riding his bike as fast as he possibly can.
That's going to be me tomorrow, right there.
Not true. But look at what you're seeing right there. This is better than a high definition TV in some cases. This is the Apple iPad. It's the newest one, launched in September. It is the 10.2 inch. That is bigger. Usually when we have a 10 inch, it's 9.7. This is larger. This is now right up there with your laptop computer, and in fact, in many cases, a lot of people saying goodbye to the laptop and hello to their brand new iPad. Now, here's why it has been so popular in this show. It's QVC. We're giving you free shipping and handling. That saves you $14. We're giving you 6 easy payments. That's the best that we do. But we are giving you the lowest price we have ever had on a 10-inch here at QVC. We've done iPads for how many years now, Craig?
I think we started to get them in 2011.
And I remember a couple of years ago, we're like over 1 million Apple products picked up, and then we kind of just stopped counting because there's just been so many.
Yeah, going and going and going.
This is the lowest price we've ever had, a 10-inch at QVC, and it is kind of that big holiday iPad gift-giving time. Here's what you would pay. $312 more. You have a choice of a 32 gigabyte or a 128 gigabyte. We're giving you all the software that you could possibly want. Your keyboard, your case, your headphones, your cloth, your stand. I want you to see in the software area, the Tech Live Connect support. That's $238 value that you're getting home. Not for $238, but if you look at your overall today's special value price, we are $312 less than the if sold separately. You're also getting this home on 6 easy payments, which is the best that we do. You're also getting a January 31st, 2020 return policy, which is the best return policy in the industry. And you're getting all of this for a very limited time because it's our today's special value. And you get free shipping. For 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 34 seconds, everything just about on air and online is free shipping and handling. So while he talks, I'll be shopping. Not true, but
nice.
Here's what you get a choice of. There's your gold. Gold is an option. Space gray is an option. And silver is an option. And then here are your accessories. This is your gold. No, pardon me. Your rose, which is like your pinky colors. Really, really pretty. There is your gold. Now, do know with the gold, it comes with the black neoprene case. There is your black, and then that is your gray. We have some warnings, and we have some that are already sold out. In the 128 gigabyte, if you want the gold with the gold, and the gold, we only have 300 left, and that's gone. And if you want the space gray with gold, we only have 400 left. Space gray with silver, we have fewer than 200. That'll be the next one to go. We've already sold out of the black and space gray and the 128. And in the silver, fewer than 400 left in that 128. That's the most popular, by the way, the 128 gigabytes, and we'll talk to you about that in just a second. Over 4,000 just in this show alone, and we're busy. QVC.com is the best place to go. You'll notice I've already said sold out in this option, and I didn't say, but we'll ship some more to you later. That's not happening in this situation. So you've got to pick these up now, and I will tell you that there is this joy that comes from being able to cross the name off the list and say, nailed that holiday gift, and it's done. Here's some of the features.
Yeah, got the big wow one with the new up to 10 hours of battery life, the brand new operating system as well. The cameras on the iPad are just spectacular. You have the one where you can FaceTime pointing towards you, and the second camera points away from the iPad. That shoots in 1080p high definition video. You can use your fingerprint now to actually log on to your iPad. We include the Bluetooth-enabled keyboard. This version is compatible with the Apple Pencil. We got that question earlier today on Facebook. And we have the 3 great colors, the gold, the silver, the space gray. Choose your storage. If you're kind of on the fence with the storage, I always tell people if you want to store video on the iPad, video files are going to be some of the largest files you'll put on this device. Go with the larger storage capacity of 128 gigabytes, and then you get to choose things like what color Bluetooth keyboard you like. With this Bluetooth keyboard, you're going to be able to create documents, create spreadsheets. Anybody that's on the go is going to love the fact that we have the Bluetooth keyboard because now you have more flexibility to connect online. When I say on the go, I don't just mean out of the house. I mean, you want to be able to sit down on the couch and type away with a Bluetooth keyboard. You want to sit out on the back deck on these beautiful fall temperatures and sit there and type some emails, get some work done. This gives you all of that freedom to do so because when we fold this device up, there's nothing easier when it comes to technology to take with you with this large of a screen than the iPad. The iPad weighs a pound. You put it in this case, you can take this absolutely anywhere.
Yeah, and that's why so many people these days are really thinking twice about upgrading their laptop and instead just upgrading this. And this is the upgrade. That's what I want you to understand here at QVC. A lot of what you're going to be shopping for this holiday season is going to be like, hey, we're at this great price on an iPad, but it is an older version that they're not even updating anymore. I've done that before. Picked up an older version that seemed like it was such a great deal, but they're not even updating it anymore. So it's going to be in the next year kind of null and void for in terms of like electronics. This is the new guy. This is the September 2019 iPad. It's got the latest operating systems. It has all the new, the latest, the greatest, just like you saw in that little video right there. But we're still able to do it at $312 less. And the reason that we're able to do that is the power of QVC. We do huge numbers in one day, so we're able to bring these into you at a low price for a very low, very short period of time. But you got to be quick on your options here. You have the silver, you have the gold, and then you also have the space gray. And then you have your accessories, which would be your rose, your gold, your black, or your silver. We'll do 12-month special financing for you if you need it. Because I know while it is a considered purchase and we're doing the 6 easy payments, some of you might even be getting more than one if there's a couple people in the family that need them, because a lot of kids are using these solely for school. So do your 12-month special financing on your Q card. And you can do 12 months, no interest if paid in full. Minimum monthly payments are required on that.
Nice. And the new operating system is a big wow. Let me show you a couple of cool features. You saw that little graphic we threw on there with the new operating system, some of the great stuff that you can do. Visually, the biggest thing about the new operating system that you'll notice is the apps are actually smaller on the screen, because now you actually have access to what Apple calls their widgets. Now, this has always been here. Well, not always. It's been on the iPad for a long period of time, but to be able to have the widgets and your apps on the same screen. And what the widgets are, you can customize and pick which ones you want to have on the screen, but things like your calendar. There's a new feature called Screen Time. By the way, I'm at QVC all day today, so my screen time is going to be pretty high. I've been
It's going to be a little high.
Yeah, this iPad's been active for 10 hours today, and we're only at 1 in the afternoon. You can also check the battery life and the weather, things like that. Another really good feature as well is Apple has created what they call dark mode. So if I go into my settings tab and I go down to displays and brightness.
Oh, it's not like you're going to go dark, like nobody's going to be able to talk to you.
No,
it's like it gets
not
darker.
at all.
Okay.
But what's neat about this, in displays and brightness, Apple has the capability now that with your iPad, with dark mode, it makes the screen dark in the background. You can change this back and forth, or you could leave it on dark mode or leave it on light mode. What I like about this is later in the day, when you don't want to have all that bright light on your face, let's say you want to read your text messages, you want to read your emails, you can actually turn the background of the screen from a light to the dark to make it easier on your eyes. A couple of the really neat features with that new iOS. Again, Apple is always improving the stuff that you can do on the iPad. Another really cool feature, by the way, how about shrinking the keyboard?
Ooh.
And you want to type with just one hand? That's another neat little feature with this new operating system. Again, all kinds of cool little things on here that are going to make the iPad easier to use, more intuitive. By the way, if you don't even want to use the keyboard at all, that's why we have the Bluetooth keyboard, so you can type away on your notes. The versatility of the apps on here and the way that you can customize this for your own personal experience is something that I think is spectacular, because everyone enjoys technology in a different way. Some people are uber tech savvy. Other people go, technology gets me nervous. With the iPad, it really opens itself up to absolutely everybody with the ease of use on this amazing machine.
And it's just, I mean, for as long as it's been out, it has been on the top 10 gift list. I mean, most of the time, top 2, top 5 gift list is the Apple iPad. And I think that's really impressive, because there's a lot, usually every year there's something new. Oh, this is the hottest gift. This is the hottest gift. And then it's only that for the year. iPad has never fallen off of that top gift list, because they continue to reinvent themselves. They continue to get better and bigger, like this one, and more exciting. So even if you've had an iPad in the past, you want the new one. And this is it. This is the 10.2 inch. There's a choice of 32 or 128. We haven't talked too much about that yet. Let's talk about that for a second, because you either choose, do you want 32 gigabytes or 128 gigabytes? And I feel like most people are choosing 128, because you can't expand memory on this.
You can't add to the storage down the road. You can't like open up the iPad at the Apple Store and say, hey, I want more. And this gives you a great snapshot of what 32 and 128 does for you. For 32, I always think of my mom. My mom has an iPad, and 32 gigabytes is what she has, and it's perfect for her. Look at that. more than 10,000 photos, up to 7,800 songs. But I want to draw your attention to that middle bar where it says full high definition video. With 32 gigabytes, you have up to 4 hours of video. Up to 4 hours, and that's it. So if you want to be able to store, let's say you rent a movie off of Apple in the iTunes store, you want to store 2 or 3 movies for the flight that you have across country or the road trip that you have coming up. 32 gigabytes, 2 or 3 movies aren't going to fit on there because you just don't have the storage. Take a look at 128 gigabytes. There you have over 1,000 minutes of full high definition video, more than enough room for your photos, more than enough room for your music, but the video is the key component. And I know Kirsten and I were talking about this earlier. My family and I, we took a trip to California this summer, flew from Philadelphia to LAX. My kids binge watched the entire season of Stranger Things, the 3rd season that recently came out. The reason they were able to do that is they downloaded the whole season off of Netflix, and they had 128 gigabytes of storage. By the way, a 5-hour flight sitting next to a 10-year-old and a 12-year-old. Thankfully, we had the iPad. They didn't mind the flight at all because they were occupied and they were enjoying it. So if you're kind of thinking, yeah, that's the experience I want to have, you definitely want to go with that larger storage capacity.
Yeah, definitely would encourage that. If you're just tuning in at 1 o'clock, can I remind you that you have, there's a clock, 55 minutes and 8 seconds left to pick up just about our entire assortment online and on air at free shipping and handling. That's what we're doing right now. This is included in that. It's our today's special value, and it is extremely, extremely popular. Here's your color choices. That is the gold, there's the space gray, and then there's also the silver. We have unfortunately already sold out of some of our options for you in these, but if you get to QVC.com, you can pick which color iPad you want, what size, 32 or 128. Almost everybody's picking up 128. And it's the 128 you have to worry about because that could easily sell out completely here pretty soon. And then you choose your keyboard, your neoprene case, your accessories colors. That is the rose. Oh, pardon me, that's the silver. Next, that's the black. Then there's the gold. And then there is the rose. Free shipping and handling, best easy pay we do, 6 easy payments, best return policy we do, January 31st, 2020 return policy. And there's no buyer's remorse with an iPad. No. Like I said, not legally, truly, but people don't say, I'm not, thanks for the gift, but I don't really like it.
It's only an iPad.
It's only an iPad.
Yeah, no one ever says
Now, maybe if it's like Joe's tablets or, whatever crazy name, no-name tablet. Sure, maybe then. But this experience is so good that everybody wants to be a part of it.
It's the big wow. It's the big wow, and it's the user experience, which I think is spectacular. We showed you a little bit earlier in the presentation how there's a new operating system with the iPad. Apple finally broke away. For the longest time, they used to have the same operating system that was on the iPhone would be on the iPad. They finally split those two apart. So what they're calling it now is iPad OS. The OS stands for operating system. So it's going to be a little different on your iPad than it'll be on your phone. If you're kind of thinking to yourself, I don't want to learn some new stuff. This is going to confuse me. This is going to, frustrate me. It's not, because we have several layers of support with this iPad that's going to make it remarkably easy for you. First of all, we have 2 years of tech support.
That's great. It's a $238 value.
Yeah, it's part of our software value that we're including with our iPad. We're 24/7. You can pick up the phone and talk to a tech expert. And also, Apple includes an app, one of the more than 24 applications that are already on the iPad. First time you turn it on, right here, this app is called Tips. I highly recommend you dive into it, even if you're super tech savvy, because inside of the Tips application, they're going to show you what the latest things are with the iPad iOS. There it is, iPad OS. And even if you're brand new to an iPad, they give you little tutorials in here. So what's new with the new operating system? Well, they're going to show you. I just showcased that little shrinking of the virtual keyboard a little bit earlier. What else can you do? How about doing a split view and being able to have 2 different windows open at the same time? That's a big difference maker with this larger screen. You could have your email open here and a web browser open here. Copying and pasting from one to the next. We showcased dark mode a little bit earlier. So how do I do all of these things on the iPad? The tutorials are already built in on this device. That's what makes it easy and simple. All you have to do is put your fingers on the screen and you'll be amazed, like, oh my gosh, I can do this. oh, I can do that. I can print off of here. I can use the Apple Pencil off of here. The versatility with the iPad is second to none in the world of tech.
You know, somebody was asking me, well, do you need virus protection for this? And it's a hard question to understand.
Great question, though.
It's a great question.